Look, that's how much room, by the way. I'm not doing this for the camera. Like, if I'm over here, I can get past the fan. But like, there's times where you're like, a good thing about caving is it's optional. Ugh. Hello guys, it's Shaun Thomson. Welcome back to episode 2 of Project Marsden. Actually, it's the second episode of us fixing it, not the second episode of the series. Anyways, today we're doing the fiberglass and fixing the front lights. We'll reverse back to where we started. This is a week on from when we originally started this video. But if you want to get yourself some merch for Project Marsden, here's the front design. You can also get it to the side if you're not a fan of the middle. Personally, I prefer it. Some folk don't. Is what it is. Anyways, wait until I show you the back. Is that all pretty cool? I'm honestly so happy with this merch design. I mean, I did pay the guy a fair bit of money to make it, so I'm glad that it came out quite nice. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna fix these lights, we're gonna get them looking all lovely and nice, we're gonna fiberglass it, obviously fit the new indicators, and just try and get it as ready as possible. Air County show is in 14 days. Aye, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing we're doing is reverting the lorry back to how she was in 1980. Through some point in her life, she's had these ugly square lights installed, and we want to change it back to the twin lights that you can see in this photo. So that's what we're going to do today, or at least try to do today. I know it's not technically original and not what it drove around with towards the end of its life, but it's what it had at the start, and to be honest, I think it looks miles better. You can even see the original circles in the fiberglass still kind of there where the lights would have been fitted, which makes our job a lot easier when it comes to measuring and working out what we're going to do to fit these twin lights back in. Alright, this has quickly made our two templates. We're using old steel that unfortunately has been sitting and it has got a wee bit rusty, but we've gave it a blast. It's not rusty right through, it's just a wee bit of surface rust that's kind of eating a bit, but it's fine, it's getting fiberglassed over anyways. It's just a steel backing plate. So these are the two templates for either side of the lights. Alright, that's them all. Right, that's it all cut. Let's just see, obviously we've rounded the edges off. It is a corner edge, but it's not something we'd be able to do it. Give it a wee boost in there. Beautiful. And then obviously we'll fiberglass it. This is just obviously the back plate. The rest will be fiberglassed in the front. But aye, looks even weirder. Alright, so the panels are all painted and these are the lights we're using. Lucas lights, they're the ones that are on the Callan's one and the Hills of Leeds. So it must have been period correct to use Lucas lights, and they're both using 7455s. We have tracked down 4 of these, they are on way, but they haven't arrived as of yet. We've also got these little chrome rings that obviously sit there, and that's what we'll be using as our template. And aye, hopefully the Lucas ones should come soon, but as of today, they're not here. So let's try and work out where we can set these two so that they're nice and in line and all that jazz. So let's go into that. Alright, halfway through recording this video, we have just had a delivery of the new headlights to replace the front. As you can hopefully see in this picture, it is a wee bit dirty now, but those square lights are what it had back in the day, not these kind of long ones that have been fitted to it. Alright, now this will probably be one of the more easier jobs, but basically we'll just sat that back in there and you can see, right, just look at the difference, right, nice square. Just this ugly yellow thing that's not even attached, it's like sealed Sikaflex in or whatever. You can see all the kind of goo around it, but aye, I'll pretty like that. Bet that's really expensive and somebody really wanted that. I should not have done that. I thought the whole thing was going to come off.
actually been finished, but that is looking a hell of a lot better. Obviously got that gap that they've cut in, but you can just see it just follows the original body lines now. Obviously that one needs to come down a wee touch, but it just follows the original body lines. It looks absolutely lovely. Alright, that's those black brackets in now, and she's looking a wee bitty better. Obviously we've got a lot of damage on the front of here. It's obviously been repaired with filler. You can just grab wee chunks out of it. There's already chunks lying on the floor, but we'll try and sort that best we can so it's nice and straight. Alright, the GoPro's a wee bit dead here, but we've got it all taped off. I'm going to go ahead and do this one, and then I'll get a time lapse on the other one once the GoPro's got some battery. But let's get these holes filled in, let's get lights filled in. Let's get a bit of fiberglass in. I failed. Alright, we're a wee 510 on, and that's starting to harden up and look lovely. We'll cut that down, we'll fill her in, and it will look beautiful. Obviously we'll work on the lights. I need to cut that one out better because it's a wee bit rough, but she is slowly getting there. The day's not been a great day for me, I'll be honest. I can feel myself, like, the more I work on it and the worse it gets looking, I struggle to like keep attention on, because I'm like, oh, it's never gonna get done, never gonna get done. And then I'll do something like I'll probably fit those lights and I'll be like, oh. And now that the fiberglass is hardened, that looks a hell of a lot better. Beautiful. Alright, so all I've done there is just take the edgy off and realise there's a big fiberglass hole that we'll need to replace, which is lovely. I don't know what that's been for, but anyways, first things first, in the fiberglass repair, we need to get in behind bits of the chassis and stuff. Also, the shroud for the radiator is rusted anyway, so it would need to come out to get replaced. So this way we can get two birds, one stone, drop the radiator out, we can get up, in and about and do a lot more rust protection, and also replace the radiator shroud. Alright, I wish I could tell you that the GoPro didn't die, and it took me half an hour to get this out. No, I wish I didn't have to tell you that actually. That was a hassle. Fuck, I'd be surprised if this radiator still works after that. So now the shroud's out, we can start looking for parts and work out how we're going to replace it, whether we build it ourselves, get it built, or maybe find a replacement. Doubt we'll find a replacement. I could go look at the Hills one, but it's a different engine. This is a Cummins engine inside it, whereas the Hills one outside still has its original engine, so I imagine it'll be a wee bit different fan size and such, but we'll still check. Anyways, next thing we're on to is taking the shock out, which is here. There's not all that much wrong with the shock, apart from the fact she's rusted clean through the top. And if we're going through all that work to remove the rust, it would look a bit shit if that was just sat there like that. Probably folk arguing in the comments saying you could save these or whatever, but fuck off. So I've taken that one off so we can get some sizes. I'll leave the other one on, no point taking both of them off until we're working on that section obviously, and then we'll go ahead and get these ordered up and sized and at CTP. Oh, that's not going back on. But aye, that's the plan so far. We are fiberglassing today, yes, but I just need to get all this stuff out of the way so we can get into the fiberglassing as well. Might not fiberglass today, but in this video. Another thing I'm hoping to sort through this video is obviously we need to get this casing off to replace two of the studs that we had to cut out, and also this was seized. However, we've wound it off at the back. There's a wee wind off bit here, which is there. So you wind that, and then it stops the brakes from seizing. Downside is obviously now the brake on that axle doesn't work. So we'll need to get that off and see what's wrong with the drum brakes. But that's another thing on the list. I've just had a bit of a brainwave. So this isn't the original engine. I don't know if it is a 6BT, but it looks very similar. Whether it be a bigger version of it or whatever, but it does look like a 6BT nonetheless. I honestly really don't know much about engines, but it looks the exact same. Obviously, instead it has like a big kind of platey bit that comes up here. But obviously for these it couldn't have it because it hit off the body, which I believe is then what these are down here. Fuck knows me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Definitely do look like similar engines. In the comments, let me know if maybe it's a different Cummins, but they do look very, very similar. The oil filters in the same place. These kind of cylinder heads, whatever you want to call them, are the same size and the same width, 20 inches to the front. So could be the same. I do like the fact she's got a Cummins, and I don't know, it's just like mine's got a Cummins. I don't know fuck all about engines, but Cummins sounds cool. But aye. Alright, so while I had the radiator off, I was going up and having a little look, and I noticed this cracked pulley. You can see just how split it is. I'll probably split again there, which is not handy. And it was obviously just kind of just sitting up, cracked, didn't look great. This worried me a bit. I was like, fuck's sake, here's something else. But this could be a quick fix. And the reason why it's a quick fix is because we've got the parts lorry. This is going to become a godsend, by the way, just for parts. I never thought the DAF 45 would be helping the project Marsdens. But see if you look there, right, that pulley is kind of identical to that one. Right, so all we've got to do is take the slack off the belt with that, and obviously with my other hand I'll grab the belt. So just get that belt off. There we go. That's the belt away. Get the old ugga dugga. Yeah, beauty. Hopefully this one isn't cracked either, because that'd be annoying. No, she isn't. Perfect, Nick. Alright, so here we are in the process of installing the new one. Not that you can see a whole lot of much, but aye, there she's there. Great content, Shaun. Good thing about caving is it is optional. We've got the pulley here, we're just going to go ahead and fit it in, and that's pretty much all she wrote. Oh, fucking lorries, man. Whose idea was it to buy these old fucked Bedfords, man? Right, I've got my wee adapter on to give me some more leverage. You will go in this fucking hole, you gimp. That's easier. Hold that. Oh, and there she is, boys, all on. Looking fresh, no cracks. She's all tight. Beautiful. Is that alright, tightness, boys? Somebody tell me in the comments. Look, that's how much room, by the way. I'm not doing this for the camera. Like, if I'm over here, I can get past the fan. But like, there's times where you're like, a good thing about caving is it's optional. Right, it's not a very big hole. Oh, fuck, man. See, when I'm old and I still work on these lorries, I'm definitely never getting in that hole. Alright, it is a new day. We've mostly been doing merch and other things along today, so it's not been fully, you know, working on the Bedford. Anyways, we managed to get this hub off, absolutely smacking it to shit with the old sledgehammer and a wee bit of the heat. So the hub's off, so now we can get these chewed up bolts out and replaced. Also, the brake was locked on as I was driving it, as I was spinning it, so I don't know if that maybe needs adjustment or whatever. But obviously we'll work that out near the time, but it's good we've got that all off, and what a pain in the arse it was. Anyways, now we've been getting on with the fiberglassing. I tried to fiberglass up in here, but it's dropped down between the wee gaps. It was actually like a 90-degree in there, but it's dropped down, it's hardened now. But basically all I'm doing is not trying to cover anything up. I'm just trying to like fiberglass so that it's like a fiberglass shell around it, so that the fiberglass on the body is a fiberglass on the bottom. I've not really explained that a lot in this video, mostly because fiberglass is pish. It's not something I can get my hands on, because it's all like, look at all the gloves I went through today. It's like fucking sticky, horrible stuff. I've done a wee bit of fiberglass stripping behind the lights, just to give it a wee bit more support. And then I'll put a wee bit of fiberglass over that hole as well, but it's still a wee bit tacky. But over that hole, and we're just kind of working away at it. We've got a lot of things to do and not a lot of time to do it. Danny actually mentioned in one of the videos that I kind of jump between everything, and I'm trying not to, but it's hard. Like right now we're waiting on stuff getting delivered, so you know we can continue on with things. Alright, it's the next day. I've had a couple of deliveries, but what we're doing today is we're making a double light linkage for the front lights, because we're changing them to these jewels instead of the old squares. So first things first, we need to get this wiring loom out, because this is very useful, because it's got the side light bit in it as well. So let's get that out. Very rough. There we are, one wiring loom removed. Alright, so basically this is the original wire loom, side light out of the way. All we're pretty much doing is adding that into there. Simple. Aye, bosh, just like that. Alright, the wire still needs tightened up, but it's on and it's bolted in. Let's give it a quick test.